Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. Some few hours ago, Mutahi Ngunyi started off a very interesting political discussion. A discussion I want us to have a look, after which we are going to dissect it and see what it means politically. So if in case you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Thank you. God bless you. Mutahi Ngunyi, blessed Sunday to you all. Raila will play the Mandela card of statesmanship. He will run for one term and make history. OKA fellows will then take over. They can wait for 5 years. That's Mutahi Ngunyi's post. He's just trying to insinuate that Raila will be president and will only go for one term, after which OKA will take over. But he's not telling us who in OKA will take over from Raila Molo Odinga. An indication that he also has no clue or idea. So in this video today, I just want us to have a look at maybe the most likely scenarios, assuming Raila forms government next year. And also assuming that OKA supports Raila, all of them. Or rather, all the OKA principles support Raila. I just want us to have a look at the most realistic scenarios, which will just lead us into knowing who most likely will succeed or might succeed Raila maybe after 2022 election. The first scenario, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that 2022 will be a very unique election in Kenya. Because in 2022, careers most likely will end in 2022. Top candidates' careers will end. Those who will contest for the presidency in 2022, if you fail to win the presidency, your career most likely will be ending. So assuming OKA all supports Raila, it simply means we'll only have two strong candidates. We'll have Raila Odinga and William Ruto. So if Raila wins, William Ruto's career will end permanently. If Ruto wins, Raila's career will end permanently. That's the sad reality of 2022. So assuming Raila wins, how will Ruto's career end permanently? You know, if you look at William Ruto's brand of politics, William Ruto has a feat of playing. His support base, as of today, or rather as of now, if you bring all William Ruto supporters outside and then you count them, 70% of that support, or 70 or 80%, you will realize that's Mount Kenya vote. That's largely Mount Kenya vote. And Mount Kenya vote to Ruto, I'm saying that is a borrowed support. That's not William Ruto's true support. His true support in this case, as of today, is only the Kalenjin vote. So by 2022, even before the election itself, I've always maintained, and I still maintain, that about 70 or 80% of William Ruto's current support will desert him before the election. Mount Kenya will desert William Ruto before 2022 election. So going into 2022 election, most likely, William Ruto will go into that election with the Kalenjin vote and some few left Mount Kenya votes. And then assuming he loses again, another challenge will be, or another misfortune will be, that William Ruto will also lose that Kalenjin vote. Because now look here, Gideon Moi will be in government. He will be closer to power. William Ruto shall have been beaten very badly. And you know, the late President Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi is still a respected Kalenjin in the Kalenjin land. And if you walk through the villages, you will still find some people, one or two, still mentioning the late president. So Gideon Moi in this case, because he will be in government, he can play some smart politics, ladies and gentlemen, to use those networks that his father may be established to build himself politically in the Rift Valley. As he does that, he will most likely, and it will be very easy for him to convince those people to abandon Ruto and to support him. If that happens, Ruto's career shall have just ended. The second scenario again, you know, upon Raila and Uhuru shaking hands, and this is something that I've always maintained here, the original idea was maybe a Gideon Moi presidency. That was the original idea. And Raila also has come out on several occasions to suggest something similar to that. But as things turned out, then it was proved that Gideon Moi could not win the presidency, maybe in 2022. So Raila is there maybe to act as a transitional president, after which is just paving way, in my considered opinion, for Gideon Moi. He's just paving way for Gideon Moi. So I believe, ladies and gentlemen, and maybe a majority of you will still agree with me, that something just tells me that Gideon Moi at one point will just be the president. I know it might be a sad reality, but that's how sometimes these things turns out to be. Nobody expected Uhuru Kenyatta to be the president. So I'm seeing a situation where most likely, as William Ruto's career will be ending, Gideon Moi will be rising both in Rift Valley and also nationally. That's also a likely possibility. For Musalia Mudavadi, assuming he supports Raila today, I'm also seeing a situation or a scenario where Musalia's support base in Western, he might consolidate that support base. Because as Raila now will be exiting the political stage, Musalia naturally will come out as the natural heir to that Raila support base. Because as of today, Raila has very good support base in the Mulembe nation. So as he will be exiting the stage, if Musalia plays his politics well around Raila Odinga, most likely he will inherit that support base. So Musalia has to play his cards very well, and he has to play it very close to Raila Molo Odinga. He might just end up inheriting that support base. For Musalia, or not Musalia, for Kalonzo Musyoka, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that look at top senior Kamba leaders. Look at Charity Ngilu, who in 97 contested for the presidency. Look at Alfred Mutua. Look at Kivutha Kibwana. I consider these as top Ukambani leaders. And they all seem to be angling or aligning themselves to Raila Amolo Odinga. Assuming Kalonzo supports Raila again, these leaders will be forced to play second fiddle to Raila Amolo Odinga. They will all be forced to play second fiddle to Raila Amolo Odinga. And not Raila Amolo Odinga. They will be forced to play second fiddle to Kalonzo Musyoka. Sorry for that. As they play second fiddle to Kalonzo Musyoka, Kalonzo will just be consolidating his support base in Ukambani or rather in Cumberland. And that will just help him in boosting his chances of maybe winning presidency or being a serious contender. And then also we have Peter Kenneth factor. Days ago, Raila was in Dubai. And from some reliable sources we are gathering is that Uhuru and Raila's men, they are very much keen that if Raila is to appoint a running mate from Central or from Mount Kenya, then two names are featuring prominently. We have Peter Kenneth and we have Peter Munya. This appears as the front runners. And if you have been very, very keen, Peter Kenneth has been really following Raila. Even today, when Raila was touring Nairobi County, Peter Kenneth was there with him. And Peter Kenneth, for some days now, has been really, Raila has been tagging him along in some of his rallies, even in Mount Kenya. That also speaks volumes, ladies and gentlemen. So having said all that and having looked at all those scenarios, I'm seeing another possibility where if Raila forms government, he might decide to expand the executive. And if he expands the executive, most likely I'm seeing a strong post of a prime minister maybe being created. And the person I'm seeing occupying that post, if it's created, I'm seeing Gideon Moi occupying that post of a prime minister. And that's something that sometimes back is only that Kenyans do forget things. David Murathe also insinuated something like that. And you know, everything David Murathe has been saying has now come to pass. And David Murathe has been saying all these things. So I'm seeing Raila creating some position of a prime minister, and the person most likely will be there will be Gideon Moi. That's my considered opinion. Most likely Gideon Moi. So assuming Gideon Moi occupies that, there is a very likely possibility of a Gideon Moi, Musalia Mudavadi kind of a ticket. That's very, very possible, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, for those who have just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very, very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Give it a like. Thank you. God bless you. If you are watching us for the very, very first time and you are watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment. Let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. Drop a comment, please. And to our fans and subscribers in this YouTube channel, I'm very, very much humbled, very grateful with the kind of support you're giving me here. By constantly giving our videos likes, constantly dropping your comments. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana.